Hello, and if you're thinking of participating in some of the things I'm doing in these programs, then you're going to need to get yourself some kit. That means some electronic components and one or two electronic tools. One of the most essential tools that you could ever wish for is the multimeter, which measures voltage, amps, ohms, and various other things. These are available on eBay and also from various electronic suppliers. So I would recommend looking on Amazon and eBay for parts, and I would also recommend Rapid Electronics in the UK. This is CPC, also supply electronic bits and pieces, and occasionally Maplins, who obviously have a number of high street stores but don't really do so well in the electronics field any longer. If you're doing a lot of things with kids, then these battery holders from Rapid Electronics are very useful. And these MES bulbs, MES stands for miniature Edison screw bulbs and miniature Edison screw bulb holders. Again, you can get these from Rapid Electronics, but you can also buy them probably on eBay as well. And this is great for connecting up bulbs and batteries and seeing how things happen. Good for young children in particular. Wire, you're going to need some wire for hooking things up. Some wire, the wire I bought from CPC is good quality, in that when you put a soldering iron on it, the insulation doesn't kind of retreat and melt, whereas on some of the cheaper wires that can be a problem. So if you're not going to use the soldering iron at all, then don't worry about that and just buy some cheap wire straight off eBay. If you are likely to use a soldering iron with it, then maybe you want to go to CPC or one of the quality suppliers. Also good for adults and children, making coils and electromagnets and so on, or inductors as they generally get called. Then having some wire might be useful. Typically say 0.37mm diameter enameled copper wire. That's what I made this coil out of, on a cardboard tube that's normally used for making fireworks in. They're very tough and great for putting coils on. You'll need a pack of resistors of varying values. Here's some on eBay. If you want to spend about 4 times as much money, you can buy an E12 pack of resistors, which means that you have all the values there. Also, these cheap packs of resistors, they're generally adequate for starting out, but sometimes the colored bands on them are slightly off color, which means you have to use your multimeter in order to read the values to make sure that you're actually getting the right values. You know, sometimes, for example, orange looks a bit like brown or something like that, which is part of the reason that they're selling them cheap. You'll need a pack of ceramic disc capacitors of various values. A pack like this will be quite adequate for someone starting out. Electrolytic capacitors give you much higher values of capacitance, but they are polarized, so you have to connect them the right way round. Again, you can buy packs of electrolytic capacitors off eBay for very reasonable prices. You'll need a pack of LEDs. BC547s and BC557s are 2 different types of transistor, a PNP transistor and an NPN transistor, and it's worth having a few of both. So I would say buy 10 of each. If you get a pack of 50, it really doesn't matter, but again, they are available on eBay in reasonable quantities. Most important for most of the things that we do before you buy a soldering iron are these what are called breadboards, available on eBay from CPC and what have you. You're generally paying about £2.50 for a small one and maybe £3.50 for the larger one. Great for building circuits on without using a soldering iron. Here are some breadboards on eBay that you might want to take a look at. If you're feeling extravagant, then I would treat yourself to a set of these boxes. They're lovely little compartmentalized boxes, and you can put all your components in them, arrange them nice and neatly. And inside they've got, whoops, sorry about that. Inside they've got smaller boxes that come out, which is quite useful because you can shuffle them around to make the boxes just the way you like them. I think they're wonderful. Although there are various electronic starter kits on eBay, I would tend to buy packs of components. Make sure you try and get everything in one shop, because this stuff can take a month to get to you unless it's sourced in the UK, in which case it's 3 times the price. The starter kits, well, some of them are good, some of them aren't. Some of them have got things that you need, some of them haven't. And so it's better to buy a starter kit once you can make a slightly more informed choice. Well, that really ends the first shopping list, so I hope you enjoy the programs and get to have some fun doing some of the things that I will be showing you.